up, everyone? Welcome to City Pigeons, episode number 45, the Jordan comeback episode. I'm Mike Meech, founder of the now defunct blog, The Fightins'. That's the only reason anyone on the internet would care about me. To my right is my man, co-host Rock Matthews. To
what
my
up?
Right further than that is Federal Donuts head honcho and the man anyway, Tom Henneman. And to my left is son of the Gov, executive director of the Make the World
Son
Better
of a
Foundation.
Yo,
Jesse Rendell, our host here. Thank you, Jesse.
bro, hey.
Wait, hold on. There's somebody else here, right?
You just and let us
And you
not
forgot
forget
about the special.
We got a couple extra additions.
Well, we have a notable absence tonight, where we usually have the Fink Tank, but tonight he's still a no-show. He's holding out. I think he's looking for I don't know, more money, more swag. I don't know what he's looking for, but in his place right now, we have his Blanable to our Hannibal Buress, Mark Goodhart at the Mark Goodhart bar.
Back to back.
I don't know if Fink ever came with a big giant bottle of Woodford Reserve before, but
That's for sure.
You're working your way into our hearts, Mark. We love
Figured
it.
I'd ply you with liquor and see where it gets me. You know.
This looks a lot like the last show, right? This is the same spot, same
Mark
positioning.
looking extra bronzed, very handsome. Thank you. He's very clean cut today. We appreciate that.
What life on the golf course and at the shore will do for you.
Yeah. I've been rocking the beard. It's I'm just not sure where I'm going to go with it, but we'll just keep it for a little bit and see how we go.
My wife said, "Damn, Jess is looking really scruffy on the show."
I don't know, man.
My wife said Jesse's looking really good.
I didn't say she said you look bad. She just said Jess is looking scruffy.
Danielle,
That's
my
all.
girl, you know that. All right, but look, we did.
He's gonna have to go through Connor to get to
Listen, we did pay homage to Fink and make sure that he was represented. So we do have our own little Fink Tank right here, off to the side.
We missed the guy. We haven't seen him in
Look
like
at this.
3 months.
Look at this. Tom, are you in the way of the Fink Tank?
I think he is.
Like, what happened over there?
Wait,
we had it all set up.
I did.
And
Somebody
everything
moved
just went to hell in a handbasket. Anyway, if you're listening online, we have this wonderful image of Fink at the computer. We miss him. We wish he would come back. And the truth is, folks, while it is All-Star Week, which means we don't have baseball All-Star Week, I should say, we don't have Phillies. They're coming back tomorrow night. Eagles are just getting ready for camp. Sixers aren't really, they're signing every center that you can possibly sign. Besides that, not a lot of action. And Flyers, they hired a bunch of fan favorites, but who the hell knows what's going to happen.
And they also, did you see the little faux pas they made?
I did.
The
The
other
social
day?
media
Yeah,
slip
that
up.
was
The guy
hilarious.
said how many times they can ask this fucking question. That was beautiful.
Wait, I didn't see that.
If you haven't seen it, the Flyers social media guy messed up, and he could be heard audibly saying how many times this woman going to ask this fucking question while somebody was
She's
asking
asking
the
the
question.
question.
So you got to check that out.
All right,
Jesse,
I'll
you
check
don't want
that
to
out.
talk
And then
about
they
Wimbledon?
issued an apology, which brought even more, because nobody heard the original press conference. But then when they issued the apology, they were like, wait, what did they issue? And then after that, everyone went and researched what it was.
Right.
So it made it even worse.
So he
that's
might have
the
done that on
extent-
purpose. He might have
that's
done it
the
on
extent of our
purpose.
Flyers coverage.
All right.
Mark did
Well
ask
played.
about
Wait, hold on. Is Simmons still on the squad?
Who?
Simmons.
Yeah, he's still in the squad.
Oh,
All right, cool.
Wayne.
Wayne
I thought you meant
Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Nah, Wayne Simmons.
Everyone is Rock's favorite hockey player. We don't know why.
He's now the GM.
All right. That makes sense.
You got to start to bring back Wayne Simmons into the front office campaign. I think it's a good idea.
All right.
Mark asked about Wimbledon. I don't know that anyone. Meech, did you catch
I'm a
it?
big Wimbledon fan.
You are.
It's going to be Jokic versus Alvarez again, and
Wow.
Jokic is probably going to win, but I love Alvarez.
Is there
He's great.
anything that you don't know and that you don't
I love
follow?
tennis, man. Tennis
Really?
is a great sport.
I wouldn't have said that.
When I was young, Michael Chang, Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras,
It's all about the shoes. All about the shoes.
They were my heroes, man.
Yeah.
Like I used to go to the Ocean City tennis courts at 34th Street. You'd have to rent it out.
Yeah.
You could do the regular courts for free, but if you wanted the grass ones, you had to rent them out.
That's right.
And I got a Prince tennis racket just to be like Michael Chang.
Wow.
And I went down there in my Michael Chang Reeboks or my Agassi.
Jess,
By the
we
way-
should get out there on Willow Grove
Yeah.
Ave and
No,
get
no.
busy out there with the whites on, all whites.
Ocean City, they're still going. They don't at 34th Street. They don't have the pickleball. Pickleball has taken over.
Yeah, listen-
$8 an hour,
Listen,
34th Street now.
here's my dream as a parent. I have twins. They're 6 years old. They're mirror twins, meaning they're identical, but one's right-handed and one's left-handed. Now, the most
Can't give away the secrets,
the
man.
most successful doubles team in tennis history, I forget the name of them, but they were twins.
The Bryan brothers.
The Bryan brothers. And they were mirror twins. They were the highest, like they made the most money out of any doubles team ever in the history of tennis.
And that's your dream.
That's my dream, is to have my
Wait, they made
twin
more than
6-year-old.
Venus and Serena?
Well, they don't play doubles.
As a doubles.
Oh, wait.
It's a doubles. They didn't play singles.
Got you.
And
Strictly
they were the most
doubles.
successful because not only did they basically share the same brain, but one was a righty and one was a lefty, so it was perfect for. So that's what I'm trying to get these.
The beginning
little
of
guys
this
into
show
tennis.
is a testament to the fact that there's not a whole lot going on in the sports landscape.
Yeah, we didn't even plan for any of this.
I know, it's amazing. We just start talking about random doubles tennis teams.
Start going off on my kids.
Honestly, you can't
said
plan
Wimbledon,
this.
man.
You can't plan.
Listen,
I had no idea you were into tennis. We're going to end the tennis coverage here, but you and I will riff on that later.
All right, that sounds good. Let's do it after the show. Okay, so if you're watching right now, I'm guessing that you are familiar with the fact that there's actually been a lot going on this week. We had one of the most, I don't want to say shocking, but there was a moment on the internet, and this is what I love about the internet. It makes these kind of things happen. It's created some things in some of our lives that no one can ever take away from us. And, a lot is going on with Fink. Let's just put it out there, okay? He's not here. He wasn't here in the last episode. And that's
we're
why.
really not sure if he likes us anymore.
He's changed. Honestly, he's changed. You've noticed the arc in his mood.
That's right.
As we've gone about this past year.
Yes, and that's why we introduced the Good Heart Bar last week. And then when we found out he couldn't make it tonight, somebody said maybe I think there's a reply guy meetup going on. And as a result, he can't make it tonight. And so the Good Heart Bar.
They share ideas on how.
They share ideas on how to, get there.
He's like the CEO of the.
That's right. That's right.
So am I like a scab in the NFL in the 80s? Like, as when he comes back, I'm gone?
Somebody.
We're not there yet. Not there yet.
I on Twitter earlier this week, I compared it to when Keith Jackson held out from the Eagles in the 1990s, and you would be in that case. Mickey Schuster, I think was the tight end that filled in for Keith Jackson. So you would be that guy until if Fink decides to come back, who knows? You might take over the role permanently. Like I said, the Lou Gehrig, Willie Pipp thing.
So
you never know.
As of right now, as we understand it, Fink is holding out. His contract did expire last month. And there's been some things that have transpired that have given him some leverage. I'm not going to lie. He has some leverage.
It doesn't help that he's got a girlfriend who is in the sports industry, and she can give him some tips on how to negotiate.
Let's not encourage it. Let's not encourage it. Give him any ideas.
I
he's
have
not
negotiated many a contract for sports media personalities, so I will counterbalance anything he has.
A couple Rams butting heads over here.
That's exactly right. So I'm guessing a lot of people, if you're watching right now or you're listening later on, are familiar with this if you follow the show. And we just want to make sure everybody's up to speed on what's going on. So Fink and a wonderful woman by the name of Devin Caney, who I will say has become a bit of a fixture in the Philadelphia sports media landscape over the past 2 years. She is
Devin
now.
Caney is still our only female guest that we've had.
That's true. We have to change that. But
yeah, we're like masochists over here, I think.
It was a good job pointing that out. At least it was her. She's fitting.
I didn't realize.
Anyway, point is this. Devin has become a relatively prominent sports media journalist. She's very good at what she does. She's now on the WIP Morning Show. I believe she does news updates or sports
updates. She's on
updates.
Fox 29.
Fox 29. She's great on the internet, very professional. Just really good.
Class act.
Really good at what she does.
Huge Pigeon stand, by the way.
Huge Pigeons fan. But I want to make sure everyone understands how this all happened, because believe it or not, we have had a front row seat to the evolution of the Fink and Devin Caney relationship. And the truth is, Dan, are we good? We all good? Okay. The truth is, sometimes I look at the video guy and I'm like, hey, are we good? Is it working? Is everything cool? And I get a little nervous.
He was doing the Baker
confident.
Mayfield money snap back there. I didn't know what was going on.
We're here. So we have watched this whole thing evolve. And it's, some would say coincidental, that Fink's relationship with Devin emanated right around the time that he began joining us on the City Pigeons Podcast and has grown almost in a linear fashion as the podcast has grown. Now, I'm not saying there's.
So you're saying she's chasing podcast fame or
I mean,
something?
listen, every woman is fascinated with all the hosts of City Pigeons. I mean,
we know that.
Can't hold that against
Yeah, you should
them.
see my DMs. It's crazy.
I'm not.
You should see outside. They're just lined up.
You back on Twitter?
I'm not.
No, I'm talking
claiming-
about my it's my Instagram DMs. You know
So
what
the
I mean?
question I had was, do you even know what we're talking about? Because all of this happened on Twitter. Do you know what we're talking about? Did you study up at all?
Because of the text, I know what's going on.
You only know. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. You don't follow Fink and Devin and see what they're doing. I don't either.
I mean,
I admire how offline Rock is. Please stay that way. Don't ever get too online because I'm so far gone online where I can't even get off if I wanted to.
Meech going on
what's
weekly apology tours.
Elon Musk set that rate limit on Twitter the other day.
That angered
rate
you.
limit?
It didn't anger me, but I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, I had no access to news. That's where I get my day-to-day news. And
You say weight limit?
a rate limit.
Rate.
To meaning you could only refresh Twitter so many times.
Wait, what?
Threads.
And you found out
And
how
that's a
much of a
problem for
sicko you
Yeah,
were.
see, maybe he's helping you out in the long run because he's
Well,
like,
that's what he said. He said, I want
Thank
you
you,
to get
Elon.
outside. Where I'm like, I can't get outside. I'm
don't
working
want
all
you to
day
get-
inside, so let me refresh Twitter.
is this the kind of
While
shit they
I'm
do
working.
over in China? Like, you know, they limit the kind of
Listen, I
things that
don't
you
wanna
can
get
look
too
and
far
view.
into
I mean,
this.
all right, listen. All right.
Let's get back to
So
Fink
back
and
to the
Devin.
Fink narrative, okay? So we found out.
Shout out Elon.
We heard. I think the first I heard of it was like, hey, he said to us, I think I can get Devin Caney to come on the show, and I started to understand that he was, having an online.
Which means, hopefully, if you guys allow me, I can contact Devin Caney and use
Under the
the
guise
show-
of- right,
under the
right.
guise of please come to our
Well
show.
played. Well played.
See what I mean? It's been a tool. Let's just be honest.
He's a
It's been
chess
tool for
player,
him.
that Fink.
Okay, so at that point, we're like, okay, man, like, that sounds good. She comes on the show, and at the time she comes on the show, we weren't really sure, like, what was going on. And truth be told, for the first couple months that Fink was talking to Devin, it started, she came on the show. We were real cool about it. We weren't like, are you guys dating? We respected the situation. We treated it like any good
professionals.
friend
We're
would,
professionals.
or good friend would. And over the course of the next couple of months, we kind of kept doing that. Like, even though their relationship became more and more online, we were very respectful because we were rooting for him. We didn't want to screw him over. You know what I mean?
I was definitely rooting for my
You were rooting
man.
for- everybody was rooting for him.
Everybody.
Can I be honest? I was not afraid he was going to mess it up. I was afraid I was going to mess it up. Like I was going to do
Right.
something weird at one of the podcasts or tailgates, and she'd be like, "Who are
There's
these
still time
guys you're
for that.
hanging out
There's
with?"
still time. You got it.
Yeah. You still have the,
we
but-
could still definitely mess
That's
this
what I was
up.
going to say. You still have the chance to do that, so don't do it. All right, let me get into what happened, though, because I think this is what everybody's here to hear about. It's gotten to the point where the relationship has become so public that we can no longer dance around it.
It's national news at this
It's
point.
national news. And earlier this
It should
week,
be.
there was an article, just for anyone who's not familiar with the situation, there was an article on Slate.com called The Reply Guys Who Won. Repeatedly commenting on your crush's Twitter post is a terrible dating strategy until it isn't. Now, I must confess, I didn't even know what a reply guy was. Rock, I'm guessing you didn't either.
Yeah, I knew what it was.
You knew what it was.
Yeah, it's the guy who replies underneath females' tweets and tries to get them to go
You
out
look
with him.
so beautiful,
Well,
baby.
You really,
I just completely
you
made
really
it.
put that together
was-
intuitively.
yeah,
My point
nice
is, I didn't
inference
know
there.
it was like a known term. Do you know what I mean?
So it's like
Tom,
it's out
did
there.
you know about this?
Not in terms of like
It being a term.
it being a term,
Yeah,
but
well,
it's
apparently-
easy to
it's a
decipher
straight
what it
term.
means.
Like 99% of the time, it's some sucker who doesn't.
No
like,
idea.
has
I'd never heard of it.
like,
Not
no
Fink.
game or any.
Okay.
Fink's got game, and Fink's a
Fink's got
good-looking
game.
dude. So he's not. He
Okay.
doesn't.
Look, we're going to break down why it happened, but let's just get through the story. I do want to analyze why Fink has been successful to date, but let me just get everyone.
Hold on. Before you start, I see Devin in the chat. She said,
Oh, no.
boy, we doing this, huh? Yeah, we doing this. We doing that.
Devin, these are your quotes
doing
in
this.
the Sling article.
we
so-
need a date.
Dev is in the chat. First of all, I just want to say, Devin has always come out
Yeah,
to all
shout
the
out
events.
Devin. She's the
She's in the
best.
chat. She's always
Nobody's
liking
better.
stuff that we put out. I've respected Dev for a
Yeah,
long
for
time.
real.
She's the best. I just saw her down in Seattle. She's like, what's up? She's always been super nice.
Her
so-
dude's not even here tonight,
Yeah.
and she's in the chat.
We know you're a real one. There's no doubt about that.
Dev was in Seattle when her dude wasn't.
Right.
Yeah. Why didn't he come to Seattle? Let's not
Separate.
even start. Let's not even start. Okay. So I
But that
wanna
is
just,
part of the narrative. You'll get to that.
I want to just read this. Oh,
Bartender.
bartender. Meech needs a Kenwood. Okay. Good Heart Bar always delivers. So this article comes out, and it's interesting. It tells the
I'll trade you.
story. It tells the story of maybe 6 or 7 different scenarios where somebody who, commented on a persona's post actually was able to take it to a real level where they started dating. And in this article, I'm going to read these couple paragraphs because, I've heard it. Man, you're really good at that. I've heard a lot of shows where they take like a little bit of it, and I just want to make sure we get the whole thing. Okay, so everyone bear with me here, all right? So it goes as follows, the part about Devin and Fink. It says, but other reply guys have had success taking the opposite, completely unsubtle strategy. Devin is a 32-year-old journalist who has a following in the world of Philadelphia sports Twitter, and last summer, a guy named Eric, himself a known quantity in that scene to a lesser degree, very publicly declared himself her reply guy. He started tweeting about her and sending silly replies to posts of hers. I posted a photo of me and my friends at a Phillies game and was like, I want you to hit me with a baseball bat, she said. It was a bit, but it also wasn't, and it became a community preoccupation. Quote, so many other people within Philly sports Twitter would kind of weigh in, and even other guys and girls would be like, it was so nice when Eric saved my cat from a burning building, and he helped my grandma across the street. Corny stories that obviously aren't true, Devin said, but it was just cute. It was like everybody kind of had his back and shipped us, in a way. Devin said it helped that she and Eric had mutual friends who could vouch for him. He also won her over with an act of genuine kindness. When she posted a video for work that had an error in it, he reached out to her. He sent it to me as soon as it was posted, she recalled, and was like, just very nicely, like not condescendingly, Devin, just so you know, this is wrong. I just don't want to have to beat up anyone for being mean to you over it. In journalism, and especially being a woman in sports, if I get one thing wrong, then people call me an idiot and a bimbo online. I really appreciated that. As far as Devin is concerned, it's not a bad way to meet someone. She said she recently responded to a photo he tweeted of them at a wedding and was basically like, ladies, if you're ever considering giving the weird Twitter reply guy a shot, this is your sign to do it. And I got so many replies from girls saying like,
Very sweet.
oh my God, goals. Okay, so that's the piece in its entirety. And I have to say,
Story time at City Pigeons Podcast.
This is one of the most fascinating commentaries on life in the world we live in that I have seen in a long time. Because, you know, Fink, he has done something that most people think is almost nearly impossible. And we have seen that firsthand, and it's very interesting.
Well, you know, when you see like these, you know, you see I don't know how the Twitter world works that well, but you know, when you're on like the Instagram or whatever and you're scrolling through and you see the pictures of the pretty ladies and you see the guys underneath commenting like, oh baby, come see me. You know, you'd like, what are these people even doing? Like, this girl's never going to see it.
I don't
first
think
of all,
Fink said, oh baby,
you know,
come
but
see me.
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like stupid comments underneath, or there's like actually probably some genuine comments like, hey, I want to take you out, kind of things. You're like, what the hell is this guy doing? This is never going to happen. This girl's never going to see it. She's not going to care.
Well,
but apparently it does work. I mean, my man Fink, like, don't get me wrong, Fink's a great guy, but like, he's Fink.
Where are you
he's
going?
Northeast Fink. Like,
Are you putting down?
no, I'm not putting
don't
down. I
understand
love
what you're
Fink. I love Fink.
Okay, so this
Are you
whole...
saying
You mean
how's
to tell me that
Northeast Fink?
you're surprised that this hunk.
No, I'm not saying Fink's an ugly
not
guy by
buying
any
it.
chance.
Who's saying no to this?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying
at-
Fink's
we can't
not a
look at it too
good-looking
long.
guy by any chance. Fink's a stud, obviously.
Look,
He's clearly a stud.
He's got like
Look
this
at how
print
much
size. You
he's
can't look at
taking
him
his
too long.
job in the Fink Tank seriously in that picture.
But no, let me finish. Let me finish.
He was still auditioning back then.
Yeah, let me finish. Like, from the things that I've seen coming out of Fink's Twitter account, I've seen some lewd stuff, some wild stuff, some crazy stuff.
That's all behind him.
I would not think that, you know, a nice established woman like Devin would partake in his antics, and it
She
clearly
doesn't.
worked.
She doesn't. She keeps a very nice boundary. And I think Devin has helped round him a little bit into a bit more of a civil creature.
He stopped
I
wearing
don't like
black
him.
socks
I don't want
all
him
the
to
time.
be. I don't want him to be
I
a
don't
civil
like
creature.
civil
Yeah.
Fink. I like
Civil
Fink.
creature doesn't go well for
Civil
a
Fink is
podcast, by the way.
doesn't show up
Devin,
to
we
do
need
his work.
the old Fink
I like
back.
wild Northeast Fink, man.
Okay. Now, look, this whole thing went to a whole nother level, right? Because that was Slate.com. Well, the famous podcast, Pardon My Take, actually had a bit of a discussion around this in which Fink's approach was met with a lot of appreciation and respect. So let's go ahead and play that now. Dan, you're going to cue that up? Here I go. I'm going to play it for you guys right now.
Is a 32-year-old journalist who's a following in the world of Philadelphia sports Twitter.
I think this is the same paragraph you just read, right?
A guy named Eric,
Yes, but it's
himself a
funny
known
from-
quantity in that scene to a lesser degree,
got a
very
more full
publicly
beard?
declared himself
Got
her
a
reply
whole
guy.
ass actual beard.
He started tweeting about her and sending silly replies to posts of hers. I posted a photo of me and my friend at a Phillies game and was like, I want you to hit me with a baseball bat. And now they're dating.
That guy rocks.
He's fucking the
That is
best.
pretty funny.
The best.
I want you to hit me with the
hold on.
Is
baseball
a
bat. It's the
32-year-old
best pickup line I've
journalist
ever heard
who's
in my life.
a
by the way.
following in the world
But
of
this is a
Philadelphia.
testament to why this made sense. This guy who, has run this gigantic podcast expressed genuine appreciation for the creativity and originality of the hit me with the baseball bat line. He said it was, quote, the best. And that is the kind of humor that you get from Fink. And that's one of the reasons that...
When he's around.
That's one of the reasons, aside from his relationship with Devin, which, isn't the worst thing in the world, what he does and what he brings to the table is something that, we can't deny.
This is what you have to take into account, because if you're just a regular reply guy that maybe looks like me and is commenting on their shit with no funny shit, like, just give it up, man. When you're a good-looking dude and you got a funny shtick, maybe you might be able to pull the reporter from Philadelphia. I mean, that's just...
Do you know how hard it is to do what Fink just did?
It's nearly impossible.
But to see, spread through all that bullshit on Twitter,
but again,
and find a real boom. You found a connection. You did it.
You remember when Jeremy Lin came in and fucking Lin Sanity took over, and he was like, man, I could do that. It's like, he was a nobody, came out of nowhere. Maybe I could. No, you can't, dude. Like, you can't do that shit. He was an NBA player. Like, just let Fink do this. Reply guys should not get carried away with what Fink did. Just let Fink.
Fink gives all the reply guys out there in the Twitter sphere, gives them hope.
But they don't have the finesse that Fink has.
It is a good thing.
Guys going crazy.
I almost think he's not a reply guy. The reply guys are throwing like garbage out there, like, yo, let me take you out.
He finessed it.
Now you know the thing won't even be funny. It'll be like, can you please stab me in my chest with a machete? Like, they won't even be funny about it. They'll just be take it to the next level.
But beyond the baseball bat, because that's what everyone's latching onto. And this may sound cheesy, but I had not read.
Fink's lines didn't sound cheesy?
No, I had not read the Slate article, so I'm hearing that thing about him reaching out, about correcting, and like
he's a good
that's
dude.
just him being real and vulnerable, and like the vulnerability of it was appreciated, and
that's
not just that. The realness.
Regular reply guys who just are normal dorks don't fucking take this into. Like, you can do this.
Unless
most of these
you look like Fink. Unless you look like Fink. You know what I mean?
So you're saying Fink has a unique skill set that allowed him to carry this. I mean, I see it to this day. He's still very effective in this. Do you know what I mean?
I got to get up in this Twitter situation, man. I got to get in there.
We're married, dude.
Listen, I'm not talking about getting women off of Twitter. I'm talking about just seeing what the hell's going on day to day.
You cannot be a reply guy. Okay, so just don't even think about it. First of all,
I'm not talking about being a reply guy.
Not as creative as Fink or funny. And
I'm not talking about being a reply guy. I'm talking about just going in there and see what the hell's going on all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we're going to be able to actually pull this off, but we're going to try because we've got a certain someone. Hold on. Dan, we got a double. You're going to have to mute. Or I'm going to have to mute. All right, hold on. Let's see here. Hey, Fink. Can you hear me?
This is this low-budget shit that I'm worried about,
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Can they hear this?
Hold up.
Wow.
Wait, Fink, real quick. I need to confirm that this is working. I can see you, and Dan, is this working for the people? Can they see it? Can they hear it? Yeah, he's talking. Go
What
ahead,
neighbor
Fink.
you have, bro?
Where are you, dude?
don't worry about it.
I'm in the chat, and they can't hear him in the chat. They can't hear him in the chat. Can't hear him in the chat.
Can't hear you in the chat. Hold on. We're having technical difficulties.
Why can't you hear me in the
Meech
chat?
looks like
All right,
an
hold
invisible man. He's
Can
in
we
and
get
out.
hold up? Time out.
Can we get somebody
Low
to-
budget.
Can we get
somebody to
confirm
confirm in the chat and you can hear Fink?
And
also,
I
want to say I have to throw my son under the bus. He changed my Zoom to have a background, and I don't know how to turn it off. That little,
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I had a weird background on mine just now, so I had to turn off. It was
What are
weird.
you gonna do?
It was me naked.
Was you
Fink, where are you stepping at? Where are you at?
His background looks like Port Richmond.
Yeah, right.
I can't tell you that. I'm
You
out
at Dottie's Kitchenette?
Wait, answer this question. Does anyone confirm they can hear him yet? Here's the question.
Now we can hear him. They can hear him.
Yes. Thank you, people. This is very complicated. You have to bear with us. Okay. Confirm whether or not you are actually at dinner with executives from Barstool Sports, please.
Next question.
Next question. By the way, can I just say I thought
Who's his lawyer going to be?
There's an echo. There's an
I
echo.
know who it's not going to be.
There's an echo. Okay.
He already went on Twitter and said I was his lawyer. Did you fire me already?
It might be coming from the microphones as well. And this.
Look at this thing going off the rails. You know where this one had happened at?
In the Fink Tank. Or
Barstool.
What do we got?
Bad or I mean, what's going on here?
What is going on here?
Let's just keep it going.
Is Meech wearing a Sixers jersey?
Yeah, so Will
You know it's Will Chamberlain.
You can't see it. You've blended into the background.
Yes.
I'm wearing a
Will
Will
Chamberlain
jersey.
jersey.
Today's Will
Chamberlain
Day. Declared by Philadelphia.
Fink.
Is that true?
It's official. Yes.
Yes, Jesse.
Okay.
How you doing?
Let's
talk about the holdout. What's your intention here? Are you dug in on this thing, or what are we doing? Because it's just tough.
What are your needs so we can address this?
One, I want you guys to start calling me Meech.
Call you.
I want to be Meech. Yeah, I want to call Meech.
It's not
So for those who can't hear, Fink said his first request is he wants to be called Meech.
Done.
How about you take my spot entirely?
Yeah, you take all the
You just
littles.
disappeared in the background, so that's not going to be too hard to do.
You go from you and Devin chilling with your pups to, you know.
So I just want to, listen, it's just hard, when you rise to fame like this. I don't know what you want to do. Listen, offers.
How did you get to this fame, though? How did you get there? What propelled you? Who propelled you?
Because I look fucking good. What do you mean?
Well, some might say, well, you might look good, but some might say this all started with your appearance on the Pigeons podcast, which happened to coincide,
I can only hear you a little bit, Tom.
with the donut guy. So some could say that I helped to catapult
So
you.
Tom is basically saying because he was the donut guy on the episode that you came on first, that was part of propelling you on your
You know
way.
what? Tom, when's the last time I got a freaking free chicken sandwich? How about that, Tom?
Oh, man.
And honestly,
Now that he says that, I haven't seen a Sunday post about his chicken sandwich in a little while. Actually, shit. It's been a couple weeks, man. You got a good point. That's okay, because you see where...
Wait.
Maybe you guys are starting to get the hint, huh? Feed the talent. Feed the talent.
Wait, signs are starting to align here. I see Tom's got the Goodheart shirt over there.
Wait, Fink can't see that. So Fink, just so you know, Tom is wearing a Goodheart law firm shirt. And Mark is over here at the Goodheart bar, just so you know. Further to your
point. Goodheart bar. That's a shame.
He has never been to the Goodheart bar.
Did you see our cardboard cutout of you?
He can't see.
I did not, but I can't see in the background right now. There's a
Jess has a fake background.
You and Jesse are in a
He's not
safari
gonna be able
right
to see it
now.
with his fake background.
I'm sorry, my son. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
It's
Let's
basically
get
a cardboard cutout
Let's bring it over.
with the
Let's bring it over.
porn
Just pull it off
stash.
that thing.
Do I look good?
Yeah, you always look good, bro.
You look studious. Here, we're gonna bring it over so you can see. It's only fair. But Fink, what should the people expect moving forward from the Fink Tank? I mean, are we on full hiatus? What do we need to do? How do we work this out?
Are you? The people should be asking you that. I sent over an email. I think I copied you into it. I sent my demands through my lawyer, Mark Goodheart. That's me. Why did you guys do that? That's terrible.
Look how good that kicks it up. Wait, one second.
Now that I think about it, all we gotta do is cut a hole in the mouth and just have it talk. And
Oh, there goes
You
Mitch's
just have a new
head
guest
popping
coming
out.
every week.
Hey!
Wait, hold on real quick. My wife said the echo is horrendous.
Your
It's our
AI
echo.
sucks with me. I'll tell you that.
Okay. We obviously have too much going on. There's no doubt about it.
Fink, get back with dinner, dude. We love you, man.
Forever and always.
Fink, I'm going with you, bro. Fink, I'm going with you. Wherever you go, I'm going with you.
You didn't call me Meech. That was like
Meech, we love you, Meech.
I mean, Meech, wherever you go, I'm going with you.
You're not here.
All right.
See, look, I got rock.
Fink and Rock.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, hey.
Rock.
Listen, Fink.
Notice what he did there? Don't let him. He's trying to appease you. He put you first. He said your name first.
I like that. I like that.
Dead weight.
Okay? Dead weight. Do not do that.
I'm out of here.
Don't do it. All right?
I'm out of here.
All right.
But like I'm saying, I just want to feel appreciated. I want my Wawa iced teas to get provided for, some parlay money, like the usual. Like, treat me like I'm top tier talent as I am.
Have you got enough of the White Sox to fill your wardrobe? Because I know that was a big big.
No
point of
socks
contention.
today, baby. Oh, look at that.
Audio?
I'm growing up.
Wait, are those like?
Wait, what do you got on your feet,
Do you
bro?
have those old man docksiders on?
What you got on your feet, bro?
We don't have to do that, Rob.
We're gonna get that right on the Fink and Rodg show, bro. We're gonna get that right on there. Yeah. We'll get that
Those
right.
were all birds.
You guys, I don't feel the love, appreciation. Like, it's just, and there's a lot of demands. I sent you the email, so obviously you don't know any of them, so you didn't read my email. So maybe you really don't care. This is just further proof that you just don't give a shit. I cried myself to sleep over this decision, but
Well, you've already made it.
We'll see what happens.
Fink, can you hear me,
I
Fink?
don't think he can hear you.
Through this.
Oh, so
Just yell.
Fink, do you think that you're not feeling the love from us because you have so much love from Devin that it is blocking all of the other love in your life?
You need to let
You need to let love in.
Hey Mark, I seen your messages about the Good Heart Bar taking over Fink Tank. So let's not act like we're friends here, okay, pal?
Got him. Damn.
Like that. Let's be real about it, all right?
As long as I'm still your lawyer, we don't have to be friends. You know what I mean?
Ooh, this is getting weird.
Will you send an email to Jesse so I can get out of here, or what, man?
I didn't get
Email. So he's obviously frightened to do that. So, something to think about. All right, Fink.
It's honestly, it's up to you, Jesse. It's up to you. It's up to you guys to meet the demands. And hey, I want the Fink Tank to be great, and I don't think that we're making it great. And I talked to my other people who I'm out to dinner with right now, and they want to put fishes in the fish tank with me. You haven't even offered that once. Not even once.
What, to put fish?
Fish tank? We didn't offer that to you? Oh, I think he's breaking up.
Oh, you
All
want
right, I'll see you guys. I gotta get back to dinner.
All right.
You guys, I'm at a dinner meeting. You guys are in.
Listen, we'll have a tank of water for you next time. Okay, I promise you.
Jesse, is that a teaser?
We appreciate you.
Do you promise?
I won't put it in writing, but we'll try. Okay.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Yeah. Tell me more. How much you miss me?
Okay. Bye.
All right. I'm heading back to this dinner. Hope you guys have a good night. Send it back to your offer sheet, okay, Jesse?
Tell all the reply guys we said hello. Okay?
Oh, that hurts. Hi, Devin. Hi, Devin. Love you. Bye.
No. Okay.
So, I'm just going to go on the record and say I don't know what happened on the other end of that for the viewing people, but I think we had too much audio going and it didn't work at all.
I think the sound was not very good, but it's all good.
Well,
We tried.
yeah,
We tried.
I should have. Maybe we caught that.
Right.
No,
That's
I was
the
going to say maybe we caught it on camera. We can redo it.
We'll work that out
Anyway,
next time.
The gist of it is, you think we got it? All right. The gist of it is that Fink seems amenable to the idea of, coming back. I don't know what that says about Mark. He's.
I'll be honest, seems like my days are numbered.
It's just.
Listen, I think a bar and a Fink Tank could coexist. I mean, I think one could be on one side and the other could be on the
That's
other.
not a bad idea right there. I like that.
Yeah.
The Good Heart Fink Tank.
Well, let's just extend it as long as you can. We'll find other people and add other things, and we'll just
Wait.
wrap it around
Speaking
the
of
whole room.
extending and bars and tanks.
Your mouth is over here.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Whoa, sorry about that.
You got it.
I'm bad with the mic.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about the space we're in?
Yeah. How about it?
How about it?
How about it? This is the folks. It is an exciting moment. We are broadcasting from the new headquarters of the City Pigeons. And
Something's going on. Something's going on over at the bar right now.
It looks like Good Heart over at the Good Heart bar.
It's like when you get a
has-
new ship and you got to break a bottle of champagne over the bail.
Yeah, don't break it. We do have a security deposit here, so why don't you just artfully pop that thing open? Look at this guy. I mean, he's making a good case for staying.
Yeah.
But what Rock is alluding to is we do have this awesome new space, and while it is there, we go boom, sound effects, love it. It is a moment of celebration, and we are going to do lots of very cool shit here. Right now, it is a blank canvas, and we're just kind of figuring out what it's going to be. But we are going to have some great stuff going on here. We're going to invite some of the good people that pay attention to City Pigeons Podcast to come join us. for some of that fine stuff.
Really cool spot to hang.
Yeah, and we're gearing up hard for football season. Seems like a logical moment.
Yeah, this is my first time here, and I'm going to say this is quite the spot. There can be some parties in here.
And it's very bare. It's you still see the
pods, guys. Here's the
parties, pods,
guys.
All
here's
that
the
shit.
critical question: do you guys think Fink is going to like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll love it.
I just want to make sure that Fink likes it. You know what I mean?
You know what?
I can see the Fink and Rock show. Bam, right there.
I don't know if we're allowed to do a human aquarium. I'll have to see if we can get approval for that. But, you know, geez, they seem pretty cool so far, so why not? But look, I want to go back to this, though, real quick, because I think what Fink did was monumental for guys in general. Like, he won.
He did it.
He won.
He did it, man.
And by the way, I hope one day I get to go to Fink's wedding and be the best man and give a great speech, you know.
We're going to make great groomsmen.
Yeah, absolutely. I assume it would just be us. I mean, we've supplanted his actual friends, I think, at this point.
This might be a good place for a reception.
Actually,
It might.
Yeah, this probably would be.
Should we have a City Pigeons podcast from Fink's wedding?
This is the room that Devin always dreamed of.
Yes.
Hey,
This is what Devin hoped for in all her life.
I know Dev, she'll be down for that. She's into this stuff. It's going to be great. But either way, look, the journey has just begun for them, and I'm very happy for them. But I think it's monumental because it humanizes certain things. And what I think is amazing, it's like, you know, Meech, you know how this is. On Twitter every day you see something and you're like proud of humanity for being able to be that funny and for it to come through somehow in the words you put on an app. And Fink's sense of humor and his, caring personality all came through in the way he interacted with her. So good on him. And I don't care if people call him disparagingly a reply guy. He's our reply guy, and we love him. And provided we can agree on a way to pamper him to get him back, the Fink Tank is going to be back, and we'll try to make the Fink Tank and the Good Heart Bar coexist if we can. I'm not sure. I was actually thinking if we maybe have a competition to see, you know, who stays or who gets more airtime, maybe like some sort of trivia or something. What do you think, Meech? Something
Knife fight. I say knife fight.
Knife fight?
Yep.
You want them to have a knife fight?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I think both could coexist easily.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
Well, both have to be here. Both have to be here, so Fink has to get here.
Hey, let's go.
Salute.
Yeah. Hey, let's do that right here like we got all those other good ones.
Yeah, let's not break something here.
Oh, geez, that didn't go well.
First though, Fink has to be here, man. This is like a 2 shows a month.
Fink is here with. Oh wait, where's the?
Since like May, maybe.
He's still here.
Nah, truth is, the summer's crazy, man. We've been trying to schedule so much stuff. It's been almost impossible to get people together. So, you got your schedule, and is what it is. And now that he's kind of big time and he's got a lot of stuff to do, it's just harder, And it is what it is. We'll work to make it work for him, So We'll see what happens.
Hopefully.
I think right now we're in a good spot, okay? And I don't know if things are going to get, there's going to be more animosity moving forward. My hope is that there won't be.
Listen, we got football season right around
I think
the
we're
corner.
good. I think we're good.
We
I
need
think
to
it's
get this
good,
wrapped
man.
up.
Okay.
We can't
Now-
have any distractions headed into the season.
Right. So before we...
Speaking of seasons,
Oh.
wow. The Phillies are at the All-Star break right now. How are we feeling on the Phillies?
I feel great.
You don't fucking
What's the record? What's the situation, Rob?
We're in second place.
No, we're not. We're in third place.
Third
Marlins
place.
are still ahead of us.
Damn.
But it's a good guess.
Those Marlins.
Yeah, you tried.
We
It was
won
Atlanta,
like
right? I know
10
Atlanta
out of 12
was
and picked
balling,
up
right?
One game on the Braves.
Atlanta's the best team in the league, which is going to make it even better when we beat them again in the playoffs.
I'm about to start tapping in. Like, seriously, tapping in to the Phillies games.
Here's, I think, our main hang-up with the Phillies
+1?
is our supposed number 1 pitcher, right?
Well, do you consider Aaron Nola the number 1 pitcher? Because I
Absolutely
feel like
not.
Zach Wheeler.
I thought the dude Wheeler was the number 1 pitcher.
I think
Wheeler's definitely number 1.
Right.
And at this point, Walker's number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, no, Suarez is number 2. Walker's number 3.
Walker had 10 wins before the freaking All-Star break.
Walker's.
Ranger Suarez should have been the pitcher of the month in June. He was like 4-1, something like that, with like a 1-something ERA.
And if we look,
just made those numbers up, but
so
it was really good.
Little history here. Meech has, for a very long time, been, I don't want to say an Aaron Nola hater.
I don't hate Aaron Nola. It's just he always comes up small in a big spot, and it's like it's to the point now where it's expected. It's just.
But can I say this?
He had a horrible playoffs.
I don't think that's fair. In that, what's even more maddening about Aaron Nola is he'll have a great game in a big spot and then have a terrible game in another big spot, right? And I'm not saying these are big spots, but if you look at the week before the All-Star break, he had one unbelievable outing and then one of the worst outings I've ever seen. I mean, I watched this game. Probably 3 out of 4 batters for the first 2 innings took him either to the warning track or over the fence, right? And it's just like, how can you be that same guy? And the question I have, Meech, and you're
he has no focus.
Here's the problem with Aaron Nola. He's been in the Phillies organization for 10 years, 12 years at this point. Who is he? He has no personality. He is like. He's not interesting.
All he did.
Schwarber hits 190, hits 30 home runs, and people love him. He gets 30 good hits a year. You used to have to get 200 hits to be a good player. He gets 30 good hits a year, and people love him. Aaron Nola is the most nondescript, uninteresting baseball player who's been with this organization forever. That's why he's lame.
Okay,
he
but
started the most opening games in Phillies history.
Let me ask you a question. Wait. Was Roy Halladay interesting? Was Roy Halladay charismatic?
But he was good.
Right. So my point is that's not it to me.
With no hitters in the playoffs.
I'm just saying that's not it to me. The fact that he's vanilla. If he went out there and had that, that movement that he has when he's good and was striking people out every game, I don't give a shit how he acts. For me, it's just the fact that he can go out there and be so, lay those meatballs and have people just destroy him. And here's the question.
He's always given up a lot of bombs, even when he was pitching well.
And we agree that it's a problem, and the question is, what's the solution? And thinking about it, because of the fact that he still has the opportunity to have those great games and the bad games, I think there's value there, that you could actually make a trade. And the question is, do you do that now? And if so, what for? And we were talking about this a little earlier, Meech. Like, would you be comfortable going into the playoffs with a staff of Wheeler, Walker, Suarez, and Sanchez? And that's
more comfortable than if Nola was like the number 2.
But really, though, is that a better situation?
Because I've seen it. It happened last year too. Nola didn't do shit in the playoffs, especially in the World Series. He had 2 horrible starts. Like it was honestly embarrassing, and it was almost like you knew it was going to happen, and then it happened, and it just reassured yourself that this guy isn't. He's fine. He's whatever he is, but he's not ready for the fucking big game. I just don't.
So you're saying, would you trade him for a power hitting first baseman?
I would trade him for a couple prospects, and without even getting anything back to win this year, just to get his stink off the team heading into the stretch run.
See, I'm not there.
I don't want it on the team.
I'm not there because I think the team, as it's currently positioned, has a real chance to make a run. Hold on. Just like they did last year. And so I don't really want to do anything that jeopardizes that. And the idea of trading Aaron Nola for prospects, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you can trade him and in some way bring something back that's going to help you in that run, I'm cool with that. But I'd rather go into that run with him than say we're going to get prospects and think we're going to use him for something in the future, knowing that right now his, is the most value.
I don't want to count on him anymore. I don't want to do it. It's nerve-wracking when you know there's a big game coming up where Nola's pitching in the playoffs. It's like a guaranteed loss. It's unfucking real.
So like addition by subtraction, basically.
It's like when they got rid of Bobby Abreu and they almost made the playoffs that year, and then the next 3 years they made the playoffs, and the Yankees, who they traded him to, stopped making the playoffs. Like, Bobby Abreu, some argue, is a Hall of Fame player.
It's one of the worst arguments in the history of sports.
It really is, because he was never at one point even the 3rd best player on his own team. So how could he be in the Hall of Fame? But it's the same type of shit. Like, people think that way of Nola. They're like, he's an ace. He's one of the top pitchers in baseball. No, he's not. He's just not. I mean, you can't think of it that way.
But I think that's what's maddening about him. He looks that way and he can be that way. I just had a thought. You'll notice I don't think there's a frame in which we can not show that Rock is not here anymore. And
did he hold out too?
I'm gonna get a fucking paintball gun. I'm gonna get a paintball gun, and next time somebody goes, when they come back, bat, bat, bat. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, we're talking about the Phillies. I figured it was a good time to go.
Like, holy shit. You must have a hard time going anywhere. You know what I mean? You're gonna piss
It's
your
only when
pants.
I'm here for some
You're gonna
reason.
piss
It's
your pants.
weird.
Well, maybe we meet and you shouldn't drink. You know what I mean?
We were here like 2 hours before the show started.
Right.
In his defense.
I thought we were talking
and
about
you
Aaron
could've
Nola. I
peed 3
thought we were talking
times
about
then.
Aaron Nola.
It's unbelievable.
thought we were talking
How
about
many
Aaron
times
Nola.
have I left the show to go to the
I don't care how many times you left the show.
I'm just saying, never.
It's load management,
Not
dude.
once. If I have to pee in my pants
Back
for this
to Aaron
show,
Nola.
I will.
Aaron
Okay.
Nola stinks,
Now,
bottom line. I got a question. At the end of last season, right, Meech was ready to
It's like
fucking...
they just occurred to him. I got a question.
Meech was ready to get rid of this dude right before... I think we were in the World Series, right? And Meech was like, this dude's got to show up or we got to get rid of him. He showed up a little bit. Meech was on board. How do you feel about him now? Got to get rid of him?
You were just in the bathroom. I just went through
That's a
a whole
fine. That's a double the fine now for Rock. Because not only did he miss it, he comes back and
just did a 5-minute rant on how I fucking want Aaron Nola's shit
Is that
out
where I
of
can
this
go?
town.
Shot.
And then you come out of the bathroom and ask me where.
Do you remember?
I love it.
Guys, do you remember when you used to play the game Suey?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
There was the one point where you had to go butts up.
Yeah.
You had to go against the wall.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have you butts up. I'm getting a paintball gun. If you go and pee and then come back and ask a question that pertains to what was talked about while you went to pee, it's butts up with the paintball.
All right, let's move on then.
I'm not playing at all. All right.
I'm assuming Meech
similar
doesn't want him
situation.
anymore.
By the way, Fink, maybe he comes back. I don't know. We got to talk about your scenario because, it's just this is.
Are you saying Fink is the Aaron Nola of the City Pigeons?
No,
No, he's saying
Rock is.
he's saying
Rock
I'm
is
the Aaron
guilty of
Nola.
some
I'm the
transgressions.
Aaron Nola.
He's guilty of some transgressions. Okay, look. So there's.
I didn't slide nobody's DMs.
Fink could also come on when Rock goes to the bathroom and he'll spend half the
Here's
show.
my dream. Besides prospects, trade Aaron Nola to the San Diego Padres. We take Juan Soto back, and Aaron Nola gets reunited with his brother, and they can go kiss on the San Diego Padres.
What is with the kissing? I've heard you said this earlier.
I just tweeted it.
Okay, but
was
it like Tom Brady have a kissing thing?
Just brothers.
You just like the idea of
I
brothers
think it's
kissing?
funny.
Okay.
Just a funny visual.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
two brothers.
I don't think they're
reunited
going to do.
kissing each other.
Even his own brother lit him up in the playoffs last year.
That's a great idea. Hey, Padres, why don't you give us Juan Soto plus some prospects? I'm sure that'll happen tomorrow.
No, I don't even want. If they're going to give us Soto, don't give us prospects.
They're not going to give us Soto for Aaron Nola, dude.
Why not?
It's not happening. That is not happening. This is not happening. If it happens,
How much money has Soto lost? He's about to sign a $500 million.
We'd have 3
With the
players owed
Nationals
$1
offer.
billion if we took on Juan Soto.
luxury tax.
So Phillies are balling, bottom line, right? I know that I saw that the dude that what's the closer's name? Or
Kimbrel.
Kimbrel. I saw he got the save in the All-Star game. I did see that. Yeah, look at me checking.
Who won the home run derby?
Vlad Jr.
The dude from
He still doesn't even know.
Oh, Vlad Jr. Vlad Jr. Yeah, Vlad
Show that
Jr.
he doesn't know that.
Vlad Jr. I was watching and I still don't even know who won. That's how bad I am with the baseball shit.
Probably in the bathroom.
There is an analogous.
Now feels like a good time for my riff on the All-Star game, but I'm not going to do it. Go ahead.
No, you want the floor at this point, wherever. Go ahead.
What do you got to say?
Can you do it in a minute?
Yes.
All right, 1 minute. Mark Goodhart's riff on the All-Star game live from the Goodhart Bar. And by the way, thank you to the Goodhart firm, our longtime sponsor, personal injury firm run by Mark Goodhart, who you see here in all his glory. And despite whatever you see here, we want you to understand he's a fantastic lawyer and runs an excellent
What do you mean
firm.
Despite whatever you see here? How does whatever you see somehow take away from the fact that he's a great
Unnecessary.
lawyer? Yeah, that was
Jeff's got a lot of hate in him tonight.
Yeah, just for that, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, you
now.
go too.
I want some hate.
He's so angry tonight.
I kid. We
I just
love
want
Mark.
the hate. Come on.
Mark just recovered.
bathroom.
Mark just recovered. No, see, and it's funny. He's like joking, but he seriously is going to go to that.
He's
Does
got to
anyone else
piss.
need to
He's got to fucking
go? Anyone
pee.
else need to go? Okay, Mark. He did just have a huge.
And he walked in front of the camera.
a huge.
At least I
recovery.
didn't walk in front of the camera.
Mark had a huge recovery recently for a person that was had a personal injury matter. Firm's doing great, and if you need any representation in that respect,
Yo, can you pan the camera
He's the
to the
guy.
bathroom by any
Yo,
chance?
can you reach
Can
that?
you please? Does that
Please
work?
tell me you can
Does
reach
that work?
There you go. So the camera is now catching Wilt Chamberlain taking a
Today
leak.
is Wilt Chamberlain Day in the city of Philadelphia.
I at least closed the door when I pissed.
Unbelievable. Okay,
That's on the.
so Mark,
Well, for the public, we do have a bathroom at the new space. I mean, that's very
good.
important to know.
We have amenities.
I think we're required.
We have amenities.
go ahead.
All right, so all of that is true, and here's what's true, too. The uniforms in the All-Star game, Major League Baseball All-Star game, are horrendous.
My dad said that. He said the same thing, and I was like,
Yo.
well, I bet the young guys like him.
I'm not going to lie. I watched it, and I was like, what the fuck are these dudes wearing?
Horrendous. Okay. They were wearing like some sort of camouflage, not camouflage. One team had dark blue. One team had like some other weird teal thing that was supposed to be an homage to the Seattle squad. Go back to the players wearing the team uniforms.
Yo, I agree.
Like, come on, wear the uniforms. You can't even tell what team the people play for.
I agree.
They've got a little patch on the hat. They're trying to get kids involved in baseball. My son's like, what team's he on, Dad? I'm like, I don't know. He's wearing a white hat and a blue camouflage uniform, and no one's telling us. Like,
okay,
horrible.
This is a great
Go
rant,
back to the
and I
uniforms.
totally
Everyone wears
agree
their
with
own
it.
uniform. They say it's because they want to sell jerseys. Nobody wants those jerseys.
Nobody. And it's a great point because I was watching the game and I'm going, who the fuck does that guy play for? Like, I don't even know.
So you know when
kids.
somebody like me watches that game, I'm like, who the fuck is that dude?
Especially
in
the
general?
guy who hit the game-winning home run. Like, listen, I'm not a Rockies fan. I never heard of this dude. I would like to see a Rockies uniform on the motherfucker, not some national jersey with mismatching pants. Like, it was like a black jersey with gray pants. It was so friggin' weird, man. Just the whole aesthetic of the All-Star game is stupid. I totally agree. It's much better when you see a bunch of jerseys of the actual teams in the field, and you're like, wow, a couple Phillies are playing with a Met and a Brave. Like, it's cool. Like,
and you can actually connect with the players from your own
Mark,
team. My son kept being like, "Where's Nick Castellanos?"
Yep.
I'm like,
Wait,
that's a great point. I hate
and that public service announcement was brought to you by the Good Heart Firm.
Yes, sir. Yo, I can't remember. Does the NBA All-Star Game, do they still wear their team jerseys?
No, they do stupid jerseys too.
But some of their jerseys were hot back in the day. Like, remember the San Antonio with the little pepper and all that?
But they also do like white and dark blue.
True.
Like, these jerseys
Enough of
were
a contrast.
weird.
Yeah, those are bad the other night. I was
Billy
like, what is
Robb
this?
did look good with his Jordans on.
Yeah,
Didn't you think?
He had some Georgetown threes with the All-Star Game logo, like spray painted on there.
By the
or
way,
some shit.
like,
Look
has
cool.
the whole shoe thing
Rob
just
Thompson?
Oh, okay, Philly
the
Rob.
shoe thing just gone too far to the
Yeah,
point where like everybody is wearing, you know.
Jordan baseball cleats.
Speaking of the shoe thing, yeah, check it out.
So wait, Rob Thompson had the Jordans on?
Yeah.
No
Check
way.
it out. It's my newest pickup. These don't even come out for 2 days.
Jess, flex on them, Jess. Jess, flex on them,
I
Jess.
gotta untie mine. I gotta untie mine.
Jesse's beat me today.
Just
but-
flex on
but
them.
for now,
What are
these
those, Meech?
These don't come out for 2 days. These are the Alpha Force 88s.
Hold up.
These are one of
I
the
can keep
only Jordan sneakers that Jordan wore on the court that weren't Jordans. These are classics.
Jess, flex on
They
them.
haven't come out in forever.
That's a cool story,
They
bro.
still don't come out for 2 days.
I was
Which is
just
how
made
you get
aware
'em.
these Nike SB limited edition Jarritos Dunks are worth like $700 or something.
You wouldn't even have known until we told
I had
him.
my homie hook me up. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put them out.
Yeah, don't put them out there.
But that actually, I don't know if Nita's watching, but this.
I don't think she is. I asked for her earlier in the chat. I haven't heard
she's
anything.
not
She'll
there,
see it
but
eventually.
I'm dedicating these to her because she knows that I've been on my grind.
That's a great shout out.
Yeah,
Nita,
and I
Nita's
got
deserving
like,
of that.
I got more where this came from. I got another pair. My wife was like, "What the?
What was the
fuck
other pair
is
did you
going
get?
on?"
What was the
I'm
other
not gonna
pair?
Tell you, I want to bring them out just so you.
Were they from the SB shop?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Oh, this
Anyway.
dude. I need that SB hook. Oh,
Yo.
He's not telling us anything. Like, what's going on?
Nah,
here?
I want
You're
it to
holding
be
your-
a surprise.
Is that our new sponsor?
Yeah, I want it to be a surprise.
I would pull my shoes out, but I got nothing special
Shout
on.
out Doritos.
Now that I'm holding my sneaker in my hand. Okay.
Yo,
but I did-
Doritos is
listen,
delicious.
Listen, there's a couple polarizing figures in Philadelphia sports right now. We've dealt with a few. Eric Fink, number one, he's very polarizing. Although he's been getting a lot of good publicity, and it's hurting our chances to do a new contract, but we'll get to that. Aaron Nola, right? Very frustrating.
Bum.
Public enemy number one at this point, I feel like, is got to be James Harden. I mean, we've seen the white party stuff. He's wearing like the space glasses. There's all these reports about him wanting to do this and wanting to do that. And here's what I want to know, because I don't even want to get into the like why we don't like or do like James Harden or whatever.
I like this motherfucker's got 2 chains that say Uno. It's like, wouldn't that be Dos then? Like,
Wait, what?
he's got 2 Uno chains.
Does he like
James
the
Harden.
game Uno?
No, not the. It says under no one is what it stands for. It's some
Wow.
cool
Oh, I thought it was
name.
his jersey number.
No,
You don't think it's a play on his jersey number?
It might
definitely
be, but
is.
It stands for under no one, which is like, am I supposed to support that?
All right.
I have another riff on this that I'm sorry to be old school again. I'm just so old.
Boomer Mark.
Uncle Mark.
But
Uncle Mark.
Embiid comes out and he's like, I'm still cool with Harden. It's all good. I get it. If he doesn't want to play here, that's his choice.
Really?
Dude.
I didn't hear none of this.
That's what he said?
Like, back in the day, you're with me or you're not with me. Like, yo, we can party at the white party. We're cool. We're still boys. I get it.
Cut like that though.
NBA is so corny now.
I get it. I get that that's how like 99% of these guys are. But like, come on, man. If Pippen came out and was like, I'm not with MJ, you think MJ would be like, we're still cool? Come on.
Okay.
Mike's a different.
I agree with you 100%. I actually hadn't heard that. But my question is just like, what do you do about it, right? Like, because I thought previously they should just keep him because I don't think they're going to get anything from him other than dumping the salary and getting some bullshit back, in which case we're going to have a terrible season.
Yeah, the Sixers.
In which case, hold on, Joel is going to be like, what the hell are we doing? We can't like rebuild, so I'm like, let's just bring his ass back, see how we do with them. Hopefully we turn out to do well. Joel's like, hey, I might hang out.
No.
Well, what do you propose?
Here's my proposal for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trade Harden, trade Toby, get what you can get for both those guys. Picks, young talent, whatever you can get. Yeah, whatever you can get. You kind of got to tank the season. You got to let Maxey and Embiid build a better, just a better rapport with each other. And then next year, there's a big class of free agents coming out. You got fucking LeBron, and not gonna get LeBron. You got LeBron, you got PG, you got Siakam, you got a bunch of players, free agents next year. Bottom line, this season's gonna be a wash. It's gonna be basically a season where Embiid and Maxey build a better rapport.
You know what?
You get some young talent, you get some picks. In the offseason, you go and get my man Siakam, Embiid's brother from the Cameroon, and you go from right there.
Listen, I just had a revelation because originally I was thinking Joel Embiid, if we were to have like a crap season, that would just solidify him being like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go win a championship somewhere else.
No, but they'll end up in the same. They'll end up in the same spot. They'll end up getting knocked out in the second round.
No. Hold on. What I just realized is if you went to Joel Embiid and you were like, hey, next season I think we're just going to like kind of tank it and just, he'd probably be like, all right, like I'll play like 45.
That's what I'm saying. He gets a lot of rest.
We just shut him down. He doesn't even play next year.
You go to Joel. You say, look, this is what we're going to do this year. You and Maxey, you guys build a good rapport. We're going to get your brother from the Cameroon in the offseason. We're going to come back next year, and we're going to win this goddamn championship.
I'm surprised that Meech has been eerily silent.
This sounds like I want to root for another fucking team. What are you guys even talking about?
What?
Just kill a year?
Kill a year.
Listen, I can't stand Harden, but at this point, I'm
you riding with him?
If you get rid of him, who's going to be your point guard? Patrick Beverly?
Sure, why not?
No, he's not. He's not a starting.
Are they going to win next year? Are they going to win next year?
Listen, if they're not going to win next year, then they should have done something fucking two years prior. Right. This is way too late, and. I honestly, I hate this team right now. I don't like anything about them. I'm thinking of...
What's your proposal, then? I would love to know what's...
My proposal is root for another team or just start rooting for the NBA, root for specific players.
They're following players.
And stop going, like, I'm sick of the fucking Sixers. I honest to God, I'm sick of them. It's the same fucking thing. I'd rather have a team that's up and coming who's getting lottery picks than be this team that gets knocked out in the second round every year.
So you think blow the whole thing up?
I don't know. I mean,
that's sort of the problem, right?
You don't think that
you don't want to blow it up, but you don't want to ride with them.
I don't know what to say.
So that's what I'm saying. So right now,
this isn't on me. I just know what's currently going on sucks, and it needs to be blown up in some way.
That's what I'm saying. They got no assets right now at all, right? They got no picks really.
This is the same team as last year with worse depth.
Yeah, they got no young talent. They got no picks really,
except Nick Nurse.
Oh, they got Nick Nurse. That's what I'm saying. That's another.
So this is
potentially a better coach.
This is like the litmus test. If Nick Nurse does better than Doc did, he's obviously a better coach. If he does the same or worse, it don't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't matter what you do with this team. You have to get rid of it and start something new.
I don't think you need to get rid of the entire team. I think you just get rid of those two pieces, get some sort of assets back, and then go after a big free agent next year. Like Siakam is the perfect piece, I think. If Maxey can get developed a little bit by Nurse, Embiid's going to be on board with whatever you tell him.
Then maybe they can get.
They can get some young picks. Maybe they can get him in the middle. Yeah. Maybe they can go get him right now. But I feel like that's the best move for them to do. Like Harden, yeah, I feel you. You want to get out of here. We're going to trade you for.
You have Toby, whose contract is up after next year.
Yeah.
So his contract is attractive to teams.
That's what I'm saying.
Trade for.
Give me something. Give me whatever you can give me for Toby. Give me whatever you can give me from Harden. We got some assets. We may have a young player or two that come out of that.
Which
Maxey and Embiid
can, because it means that there's no hope for the Sixers this
year. Whatever. There's no hope for them this year anyway, right? Unless they get Dame somehow. Dame's not coming here.
This is the ninth year of Joel Embiid, where you just
that's fine. You let him. They're going to end up in the same position as they were this last year. They're going to lose in the second round regardless of what happens, right?
No, if they get rid of these
well,
guys,
the conference arguably got worse.
Wait, you think if they get rid of Harden and Toby, they're not going to make it to the playoffs?
Yeah. Who else? Let me ask you this. Who else in the East?
Here's what
has
I want
better
to see.
talent?
I want to see Harden.
Embiid can take that team to the second round by himself.
Running Harden at point, and then Embiid, Montrez, Paul Reed, and who's the other center?
Mo Bamba.
running like the Mighty Ducks.
Frensley's finest, baby.
Flying V.
Up the court.
Nah, dude.
Just interlocking arms while Harden dribbles behind them.
Best move is to get rid of them too, get some assets, and go
this
get.
This could be really bad. So all I have to say is go Birds. You know what I mean? Let's go. Go Birds. Let's rock.
Yeah, they're going to be the shit.
Phillies second half. Rockets time to tap in.
I'm tapping in.
Here's the best
part.
part.
Who they playing tonight? Friday,
We might get Fink back. Some renewed
Padres.
energy. We do have some really cool stuff lined up that I'm super excited about.
That we're going on the road, baby.
We're gonna do some wild stuff. And summer, we're gonna drink it all in. But trust me on this. When we get back to football season, City Pigeons are leaning in real hard. You guys all better be ready to go.
There's definitely going to be a watch party or two in here. Yeah, I got to imagine, right?
You better be ready to go. And
Projector. It's going to look a lot different.
There's going to be projector going on over there, right? Projectors get definitely into that.
We got a lot of plans.
I might be holding out. Football season.
You're going to hold out? All right, we'll see what happens. We got a lot of holdouts
Bold
here.
strategy.
Meanwhile, no one's getting anything for this other than just good hangs.
Okay. I need at least 4 Kennys per show.
4 Kennys per show?
Yeah.
I think we can make that happen.
All right, cool. Thanks. That's all I need.
Reminds me, thank you to the good people at Kenwood for always hooking us up with some beer. And
they're the greatest.
They're the greatest. I know Meech went up to the beer baron.
Wait,
and got himself.
what's this back here?
Today to get a 15 pack.
Let's go ahead. Let's wrap it up.
Let's talk that up. Yeah.
I'm heading to the shore tomorrow or Saturday morning for a week for a little vacation.
How many jerseys you got in your luggage?
Probably about 7. I've been putting them aside.
Meech wears nothing but jerseys on the beach.
Honest to God, it's the great old champion jersey.
I'm in the same position. I do the same thing, bro.
We talked about this last year.
But I got the rotation coming up. I added a Blue Coats McClung jersey to my rotation.
You got
wow,
nice. There you go. I know you're waiting on that one.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
So that'll be added. But I'm looking forward to a nice week down the shore. And
yeah, Meech has got a week off next week, and then we're coming back the following week and doing something really out there.
Yeah, it'll be
cool. Be exciting. Rock, can we get those boxes? So at this time, I just want to send a thank you to our sponsor, one of our few sponsors, the A Best Swag organization.
Hold on, I got a box for Jesse.
Jesse here. Just watch the mics.
Best part about A Best Swag is we were talking to Alex at the Christmas party, and he's one of my.
It says Meech on
He knows one of my friends from way back in the day.
Take that Fink box over there.
He was a radio host at Millersville University, and me and like 3 of my buddies went up there, and I remember I stole a couple 12-inch vinyl records from Millersville, which I still have in my collection.
Statue.
But shout out Paul
Picking up
P.
where we left off last episode.
He was the head of this is major Philly hip hop underground thing, but Arrakis Records. I don't know if you
I know about that.
He was the head of that. Now he's out in Portland. My buddy Paul P's got a beer
Paul Pierce
out there. Paul P. He's not Paul Pierce. But this is my buddy Paul P's buddy owns A Best Swag, and I didn't even know. It's like the greatest thing. I love connecting with people who.
Well, and let me say, that's been one of the great things, and I do want to send a full shout out to A Best. If you guys need any sort of customized gear.
I stopped by the A-Best Swag.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah,
What's the deal
factory.
up there?
Awesome, man.
just pumping stuff
State
out.
Road. They're repping Northeast, and they make quality shit there. I could
30
tell they're
years
busy
they've been
as
out
hell.
there. 30 years they've been out there.
30 years.
Yeah,
A-Best
I
Swag.
could
Did
tell
you
they were-
see
they were busy as
any of the
hell.
underdog stuff getting
I
fired
did,
up?
and I didn't even go into their little factory.
Oh, you didn't see in the back where they got everything laid out and all the.
So
racks?
wait, A-Best Swag gave us some swag, huh?
Yeah, they put together these nice swag boxes.
Oh, that's fire.
This is killer. This is so soft,
Beautiful.
nice.
And
Little-
here's the
little
thing.
puffy.
This is customized, A-Best stuff, but their business is really making things for other businesses. So if your company or, you got like a charity or anything you need to do, A-Best just made T-shirts for the
These are coming down the shore with me.
Make the World Better pickleball tournament, which was a huge success. People love the T-shirts. So if
They've
you're
done all the Federal Donut shirts, the Adam Sandler swag.
They did our old head basketball jerseys. We had a game last night. They came back with the new jerseys. They look great.
Didn't you tell
They
the
made
story last
corrections.
Yeah, make corrections.
I got
Okay.
them. We got them actually last
right.
night. Yeah, we had our first games last night. We got them. They look fine,
So-
man.
Is that the name of the team, Old Head?
OGs.
Should be.
Yeah, we blew the squad out, by the way.
No one cares.
So check it out. We might be.
Meech dropped out, by the way.
collaborating with
If
A-Best
anybody's
Swag
wondering.
Okay.
On some City
So
Pigeons
this is
gear,
exciting. This is exciting. We are going to have a City Pigeons web store. I keep talking about this, but I promise you it's going to happen. But what's more exciting is the OG T-shirt man himself, which is none other than Mike Meech over here, who created some legendary
I ran
shirts.
a pretty good T-shirt shop back in the day.
Use the stairs in case of emergency.
I might have some more ideas in
That's
in
right.
store.
So he's going to crank out some ideas. We're going to make some gear for the fine people, and we'll get that information out there as soon as we have it.
Only
But-
the finest.
Sick.
Only the finest. So thank you to the Good Heart Firm, sponsoring the pod for many years. Mark, thank you. Many years. 1 year.
Thank you,
not
Mark.
even.
Don't sell us short.
Many years.
Feels like many years.
45 episodes.
Feels like many years. And thank you to A-Best, our boy Alex Epstein, for getting on board. And
Can I just say one thing, Jesse?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
In case this is my swan song, because Fink may replace me.
We don't know.
I love you guys.
We always need
It's
a
been
bar,
real.
dude.
We gonna need some. We need a bar at the Rock and Fink show.
Well, it's been transformational. So thank you.
You're the man.
We are happy to have helped transform you into whatever. Yeah.
Even if you're wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates shirt.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Who's on?
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank
Shout
you
out
for
Aaron
joining
Nola,
us.
yo.
Shout out Fink. Shout out Nola.
Shout out
Harden.
Wooly Wong in the
A-Best
chat,
Swag,
also
Kenwood.
physically
Let's
here in the
go.
building tonight, longtime supporter.
Shout out
we got?
young Willy Wonka.
Yo, I didn't know that was him.
Yes,
Yeah, he's here. Hell yeah.
He's here.
Hey.
He's coming from the chat from Atlanta. Now
Respect.
he's here.
Respect.
He's back
Hell
home, baby.
Hell
He's
yeah,
back.
hell yeah.
Hey, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.
Peace.
Adios.
Dudes.
See ya.